Welcome back to Limb Driven Media. I'm Isaac and I'm going to be doing another brick test today. It's something that you guys have been waiting on. I know it's been probably a week and a half since I announced I was going to be doing it, but we've had a lot of rain, so I'm just getting to it now. The bowl I'll be using is going to be 60 pounds at 28 inches. Moving down in weight a little bit to see kind of how the setups that I have reacts to it. If they survive, then I'll bump up, but I have a feeling that one of the setups is going to survive and the other one is going to fail. Hopefully they don't fail, but we'll find out. Today we have 4 arrows total from Neil Emick. Thank you very much for donating. And I have 2 with the aluminum outserts from Black Eagle, and I have 2 from 2 of the steel outserts from Black Eagle. Now, 1 of the aluminum and 1 of the steel has an internal footer. It's just a carbon rod that you can get, and I'll post all the links like that in the description on the Facebook page. You should be able to see it above the video. And it's just a carbon rod. I have them cut to 2 inches because that's what's worked for my aluminum footers that I've done on the outside. So these are internal. Both of these styles of inserts go over top of the arrow. They don't at all stick in the arrow. So I'm hoping that the carbon rod can add that support around the sidewalls and they won't break on impact. Without further ado, let's do some testing. This right here is going to be a prime example of a failure. Ended up pushing that carbon back. It found a weak spot on the part that went over the arrow. Looks like it just, I'm not even 100% sure. I can't take it out, but it got pushed right back in the carbon. I know a lot of this aluminum ended up folding, so it found the weak spots nonetheless. And this aluminum without the footer definitely failed, so let's try the one with the footer. This arrow absolutely survived. You can see the field point got pretty junked up, but yeah, this is just a little excess glue from when I glued it, but it's not loose. Threads still work. It looks completely straight. The aluminum didn't even bend. Actually, well, no, the aluminum didn't bend at all. It's spinning real nice. It's just the field point's pretty messed up. So that one's a success. So we'll move on to the steel, see how the steel does. We may have 2 setups that are going to work pretty well. I kind of thought that the aluminum would bend up near the front if it didn't break the arrow, but I was wrong. So let's move on to steel. I don't need to do much talking about this one. I can't find any of the parts, and she broke. Let's see how the footer works for the stainless. Alright, Neil, don't hate me. I accidentally clicked the wrong button or something and the camera didn't record, but the stainless steel with the footer did fail. We see same type of fail as the other aluminum outsert style. Same thing as this, you know, they just cover the arrow. Nothing goes inside. This one also had the carbon rod, and she failed. She hit the brick real square. This is where that arrow hit that brick. Hit super square, it bounced straight back. I did end up breaking the knock. There's a little bit of plastic in there, so you can imagine the impact. Knock, boom, kapow, she's donezo. Alright, so in recap, we ended up testing 4 arrows, 2 different styles of outserts. None of them had any part of the outsert or insert or anything go inside of the arrow. And then we had 2 of the same kind have carbon insides from Fire Knock that go inside and give us more structural integrity on our sidewalls. Only one setup ended up surviving. It's the aluminum. It says 6.12. If you guys have these style of outserts from Black Eagle, that's what it says on there. I'm not super familiar with these, but it's a Black Eagle X Impact with the aluminum outsert, and it's got the carbon rod. It's 2 inches long inside We used 125 grain points shot out of a 60 pound at 28 compound bow. The arrows were tuned, everything had perfect arrow flight. I hit the brick extremely square on all of them. It all worked out. You know, we snapped off on the stainless. The aluminum ended up getting shoved back into itself, and the stainless steel with the 2-inch footer on the inside ended up getting shoved back into itself. So the winner is the aluminum with 2-inch footer. And thank you guys for watching. I'll have more brick videos coming up next because more guys have donated.